Hi, this is Herschel Gordon Lewis, and you are listening to WithoutYourHead.com.
All right, welcome to the station of decapitation, WithoutYourHead.com. I am Nasty Neil.
And this is Annabelle Lecter.
And we're joined by two guests tonight from the new film, well, the upcoming film, Call Girl. We have the director herself, Jill Sixx Gevargizian.
Yes, you got it.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, it's very nice to have you here. And we also have he's starring in your short, and that is Laurence R. Harvey, also of the Human Centipede 2 and Human Centipede 3.
Hello. All the way from the UK.
Yes, all the way from England, so it's very nice for you to take out the time and come on the program.
Well, I tend to sprinkle a little bit of class over the situation.
It's so true.
Yes.
So true.
We definitely need it here.
Indeed.
No.
I've noticed.
We try to say, Laurence.
What's going on here? I feel unwelcome. But Jill, this will be your first film, right?
Yes.
Now, how long have you wanted to make a film?
Well, I used to make films all the time when I was a kid with my dad's camcorder, so forever.
Do you want to give everyone this a brief description of Call Girl? What it'll be about?
It's about a man who plans to share and kind of broadcast his date night. It's very short. I can't give much away other than that.
Mm-hmm. Now, how did you meet Laurence?
I met him at Texas Frightmare weekend.
She was shepherded over to me.
I was what?
Shepherded over to me.
Yes, by one of the guys from Dear God No.
Oh.
But, yeah, we met at, which is a convention in Dallas a year and a half ago.
Yep. Yeah.
When you said he was, Laurence, when you say she was shepherded over, now, did you point her out and say, bring her to me, or did they know you would like to meet her, or what's going on here?
No, but I would have if I felt so emboldened, but I didn't. I think Jill wanted to meet me, but was a bit scared. And the guys from Dear God No I'd met at Atlanta Days of the Dead, and they were there at Texas Frightmare weekend. Jill was just about to show their film at the Slaughter Movie House. What is it?
I actually met them at Texas Frightmare as well, so I had just met them that day.
Oh, right, okay.
Must have made a very good impression.
But yes, they did introduce me to you, and I probably didn't say a word at first.
So at the time, did you already know what you wanted to do as far as this film? Did you just have an idea?
It's written by a friend of mine, and he sent it to me last summer, just kind of to help him with it or to tell him what I thought about it. And so it kind of been a slow process, and I asked him just in the spring if I could make it. And so I didn't know back when I met Laurence that I was going to do this.
So
no.
How did you end up communicating with Laurence to even think about doing this? Did you become friends online? Was it sort of out of the blue? Laurence, I think you'd be good for this.
Yeah, we've become friends through going to a lot of conventions and talking online. Laurence, were you going to say something?
Oh, no, I was just going to say...
sorry.
We've met at a couple of conventions after Texas Frightmare weekend, and we kept in touch, via Facebook and Twitter and so on. And Jill, first of all, I think she kind of was interested in having me do the film, but probably couldn't afford to fly me over, so she was going to cast somebody from Kansas City. So I took a look at the script, said I'd love to do it, but I understand, if you can't get the airfare and that, I'd be happy to offer any kind of suggestions or help that I could. And that's the way it kind of remained up until fairly recently, I guess. Until, Jill had the idea to do the Kickstarter campaign.
And that was wildly successful, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
You guys surpassed by quite a bit what you were aiming for.
Yeah, and it was very quick. I was shocked. I kept crunching the numbers. You kind of get nervous about doing it because it's all or nothing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I just can't believe it. I still can't believe it.
When you said about crunching,
individuals or just little bits here and there?
There were a couple big ones, but it is a good amount of people. We have, I think, almost 60 backers on there.
When you say crunching the numbers, like when you were figuring out how much, like to set your goal at, did you were you ever like, well, maybe I should set a little bit lower in case we don't get like exactly what I think it would cost to make this? Or
yeah, well, I just kind of took out, I just made it the lowest. Well, we could do it at the lowest possible way, without extravagant effects or so on. And so the more we made, the more we can do with it. So it's really just really awesome that we got that much.
Yeah. How motivational was that once you saw people really responding to it and that they want to get behind your project?
I feel like it still hasn't totally sunk in. It's just kind of surreal. And so oh my God, it's kind of nerve-wracking because now I have to make this movie, and I hope
and now everyone expects it to be good.
It's going to be.
Yeah, I know it will.
Yeah. Now you have something to live up to. That's what you're saying.
Yes, but it is really cool, and it's cool. A lot of the filmmakers that I've shown their films here in Kansas City throughout the last year at Slaughter Movie House, a lot of them have helped me out, spread the word, or donated. So that means a lot too, to get all their help. And they also help me out with advice and whatnot. So it's been incredible. The support's been insane.
Mm-hmm.
So you must be really motivated to continue to go on from here. Do you think you would write your own stuff? Do you think you'll enlist some help? Because I can't imagine at this point you're going to want to stop.
Yeah. And the writer of Call Girl, me and him talk about a lot of different ideas together, but I do also have things that I'm writing myself.
And is it going to be the same kind of feel? I know you're into horror, are you going to branch out into other things straight off the bat, or are you going to stick with sort of a horror, creepy kind of feel?
I'll probably stick with horror for quite a while.
How did you find like everyone that's involved in the movie, like the people that are going to do the special effects, and same way you've met Laurence?
Well, a lot of it's local, so it's just through... I've been running a thing called Slaughter Movie House, which is just an independent film showcase, and through that I've met all these filmmakers, and so I've just gone to all of them for advice when I'm like, what do I need to do next? And then I've just, asked everyone I know who they know that can do sound or lighting, but a lot of the people I did know, and we have a really small crew, but I feel fortunate that everyone involved is pretty experienced.
Mm-hmm. When you're showing those movies, were there any in particular ones that stood out to you, like that really made you want to do a movie even more than you already had? Maybe thought, well, you know what, they did this, I could do it too.
I feel like the whole thing is really what inspired me, but Deadweight is a film that really stuck out to me. Some good friends of mine made in Wisconsin, and they became my friends through showing it and learning how they did it and just coming from nothing. And it's just pretty incredible what you can do if you just decide to do it.
Mm-hmm. I assume you'll be showing Call Girl at this theater.
Yeah, well, Slaughter I do actually at a bar, but then I also host stuff at a theater locally. We'll definitely do a premiere there. None of that's scheduled yet, but for sure.
Yeah. Now, how would you, besides showing it there, where would you like to show it at other conventions? Is it going to be on DVD? Like, how is it going to be released?
We are going to release it on DVD, but I do plan on entering it into, a lot of film festivals, and that'll depend on how much we can afford. But definitely all the conventions that Horror Hound and Days of the Dead, and I'd like to enter it into all of those for sure.
Now, Laurence, I know you had some people kind of take advantage of you being a nice guy at conventions, and you'd film little things, and it would end up in a movie that you didn't know about.
Yeah.
So what was it about Jill that you knew that wouldn't happen?
Well, first of all, we're very good friends. We've only met a few times, but Jill's been absolutely lovely, and also, I think it's interesting what she's been doing, showing independent films at the Slaughter Movie House, and so on. And I kind of knew that she had a good eye for kind of certain types of horror, and so yeah, I kind of trusted her with this. It was only one film that they grabbed bits of me at a convention at, and should I name it? Should I slag it off?
Yeah, give us the dirt, Laurence.
Put it this way: it ain't cool.
It's definitely not cool as hell, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I need to erase it from my IMDb.
Speaking of IMDb,
were you not aware that was happening, Laurence?
Well, he told me it was they were just shooting a short film, and I kind of got the impression that it was for YouTube. But then he just asked me to sign something, and it was all very quick. He's a great. I mean, what's great about him is he is a great. He's got chutzpah, and he is he wants to be Lloyd Kaufman, and he is very much kind of young Lloyd Kaufman kind of figure. So yeah, I don't trust him as far as I can. but he's a nice guy. But I just I'd be wary of doing anything for him again.
So you have a little bit of respect on one hand, but on the other hand, you don't want to.
Grudging respect.
Right. If it was someone else that happened to you, that's pretty cool. But when it's you, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of IMDb, what was it like to see your name on IMDb that you're a director, Jill?
Well, it's exciting, but I mean, I am who adds all that information.
Oh, okay. You should have kept that on the down low. No one would know.
Well, someone adds each title,
Exactly.
Although I was surprised they put it up that quick. Normally they wait till once you've been in a festival or screened somewhere.
Yeah. So what's a time frame for you to start shooting?
We're actually shooting in a couple weeks. Well, can't wait. Laurence is going to be here in Kansas City. I can't wait.
Yeah, I head out next. In about a week and 2 days, I guess.
Have you ever been to Kansas City?
to have a specific return yet? Like, is there a certain amount of time you're going to have to get this done, or you're just going to be there and then jump on a plane?
We're shooting it over a weekend. It's going to be pretty intense, and
wow.
do it kind of overnight. So yeah, and hopefully get some sleep Sunday afternoon.
He'll be here for a while afterwards to kind of hang out too and be able to actually see Kansas City for a bit.
The reshoots of the rubbish tapes I did.
You better not.
Oh, do I need an American accent? By the way.
No, we don't need it.
Oh, that's okay. Cute.
Have you ever been to Kansas City before?
No. I can't say that I have. I'm looking forward to it, to meeting lots of the friends that Jill's got online that I kind of know through talking to them online. Let's see Anna Perry's photography, and meet up with just meet up with people. So the Slaughter Movie House regulars and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Are you planning to see any filming there?
Yes, we'll hopefully see a film.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take him definitely by the Screenland where we do events, and probably the Alamo Draft House we have here.
Any particular movie, or?
I don't know what the...
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out what's coming out, and then both of those theaters do a lot of old films for fun, They do all kinds of stuff, from funny stuff, horror, classics, all kinds of stuff.
Not like Smurfs 2, that's what you're saying.
We'll probably see Smurfs 2.
No, we won't see Smurfs 2.
Yes, we will, Laurence. It's all planned.
If you do, I think you should film Lawrence's reaction to the movie.
Yeah.
When Alice Cooper was in town, it was all over the news that he was all over Twitter and stuff that he was seeing Monsters Inc. Monsters University. I'm like, well, that's kind of appropriate. It's still evil.
Yeah, that's a little better.
He did the Muppets. So.
Yes, yeah.
What was that, Annabelle?
I said he did the Muppets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Muppets. A lot of the Muppets is more adult themed, though, if you really pay attention. Especially the old Muppets.
Paying a lot of attention to the Muppets now.
I am indeed. No.
We could see Insidious 2 if Lawrence wants to see that, if he hasn't.
Yeah, I don't mind. I liked the first Insidious, so...
Yeah, I did too.
That comes out next week, I believe.
It comes out Friday the 13th.
Or no, this Friday.
Yeah.
Some of the big movies that big movies that most of the listening audience would know that inspired you and that you kind of took a cue from as far as your style?
Me?
Yes.
A lot of my favorites are kind of the more gritty Southern American style of like Texas Chainsaw, which really this film is nothing like my favorite styles. It's quite different.
Lawrence, when you go to a new place in the U.S., is there any things you like to look for? Like, do you like to try the food of that area or see different things?
Yeah. It always depends on whether I've got some free time or not. In Kansas I will. Like last time I was in Chicago, I wanted to go to the Leather Archives and to go and see the Frank L. Baum statue, the Oz statue in Oz Park. So now I get to go to Kansas. So there's no place, and I'll wear some ruby slippers and go, there's no place like home.
Oh no, do we have to do something with
Yeah, with a twister.
What the heck is that movie called? Oh my god.
The Wizard of Oz.
It's not all farms, you'll see, I swear.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Kansas City's known for its barbecue.
Yes, we're definitely going to have to take Lawrence and Tristan to some barbecue right when they get here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. And cocktails.
A whiskey sour for Lawrence.
Oh, well, I'll try the menu.
All right. One of each.
So you do the Slaughter movies, and how did that get started? And you mentioned that it's in a bar. So how did that start, and how did it kind of bloom out? How long have you been doing it? How much participation do you get?
Well, I started it after I went to that Texas Frightmare where I met Lawrence, and I saw a few indie films there, and met the filmmakers, and just wanted to figure out how to just be involved in all of that. And so friends of mine own a few bars in the city, so I talked to them about starting a movie night, and started with that film, Dear God No, and then one here, and just kept kind of contacting people, asking those filmmakers if they knew of other films that might be interested in showing here, and just kept blossoming from there. And so now it's been going. May was our anniversary, and it's just going so well. Now I have it planned out normally for a good 4 or 5 months ahead of time, so it's kind of just like a machine. It's really easy to run, but we do we buy like candy and props and little party favors, like silly stuff like eyeballs all over the place. But we have a good crew that's always there. That's about like 20, 30 people. And then sometimes it'll be up to 50, 60.
Wow.
It's just it's totally ranges. Sometimes I'll be like, why the heck isn't anyone here this time? And then the next time it'll be packed, and I can't figure out the difference.
Well, it sounds absolutely fantastic. It sounds like something that could really happen anywhere.
And we do so low budget independent films that it's just stuff owned by the people that made it, so they have the rights just to let me show it for free. Yeah. And a lot of bigger films, once they've been bought by a studio, they no longer own those screening rights, and it becomes a whole issue of paying for them. And so I only can show stuff at a certain level, because it's just a free event.
Which still sounds great, because it's such as people like yourself, and you need to get the word out there, have people see what you can do. It sounds like that's a great thing all around.
Yeah, it's kind of like a film festival that just goes year round, and we just show one a month and a couple shorts each time. Also, it's just a lot of fun. It's just like a movie club, but we can do it in public, so other random people can come too. So sometimes I'll get stressed out about it, and I just have to say it's just a movie party, and I love watching movies. It's all good.
Yeah.
Now, you guys mentioned the Dear God No people a few times. Now, I believe Laurence is going to be in Dear God No 2. Has that been filmed?
Yeah. Frankenstein created bikers. try to get Jill in there.
Great title.
And when I think like a bike gang, I do think of Laurence Harvey. Perfect cast.
Oh no.
Has that been filmed yet?
No. It was due to film this September, but it's been moved back. They're just trying to get funding together and a timetable scheduled. So
yeah, I have seen you in the leather vest.
Oh, it was a denim vest.
Denim vest. All right.
Yes.
All right. Did you get to keep that? Or?
I'm an honorary member of the Impalers. So.
I've been trying so hard to steal one of those. It's not possible.
Oh. I would like
there are photos of you in the vest as well. So.
Yeah.
Now, is your character going to have any makeup or effects on Laurence?
We do have some effects, but you will see the normal Laurence.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also get to hear his voice in a film.
Aha!
That's good.
Mm-hmm. That'll be good for a certain.
We secretly haven't. I don't know if we're supposed to say that.
Yes, you secretly have already.
Is that public information?
Yes, it's public information. I did the father's voice when Martin's dreaming of
his father molesting him.
Yeah, in Human Centipede 2. And also I did I was Tom Sixx's voice in the teaser for Human Centipede 2. My name's Tom Sixx. You might remember me from such films as The Human Centipede. And so on, so...
So now that certain someone at a convention can now ask you, Laurence, what's it like to speak in a movie?
Yeah, I don't get it when people ask, I don't know how you could do the whole film without speaking. And it's like...
It's not a conversation.
Yeah. Martin's got stuff to do, So you're still going to learn a script. You just don't learn lines, So
now, from hearing the premise of this movie, I assume a lot of it's going to be from the perspective of someone talking over the internet. So it seems like you'll be more limited in what you do with your body. How does that, if that is the way it's going to go, and I don't want to go too far into what's going to happen in the movie, but how does that change? How will that change your acting style?
Well, I think we've got to get in there and see what the framing's like, and then start working within that. Although I guess I guess a lot of the movement is going to be exactly what I'm doing here now, except as it builds towards the climax, obviously things get more kind of physical, and we'll just have to wait and see. Everything's in the framing. I mean, that's one of the really nice, intriguing ideas about this film, is that it is just shot from the kind of webcam or computer screen kind of point of view. So, I mean, to me, that's interesting. It's interesting what you don't see as much as what you do see, kind of thing.
So it's all implied.
It's what?
It's all implied.
Not all of it, but a good. You can see stuff's happening off screen or at the edge of screen, and you see things flying across or whatever.
Stop talking about that part.
Sorry, just that's on date night. It's the ejaculate. Sorry.
You're so excited to talk about the scene.
I'm excited to hear about it.
One of the things that inspired me most to do something like this was I really like all the kind of the trend of these short anthologies that have come out. They're like really short, with VHS or ABCs. They're super short, under 10 minutes and just like straight to the punch. Like, I think it's just such a fun way to make a film. It's just all the fun part.
And I think it's a good thing too, because sometimes I'll see a movie and it feels like this could be a short. It's way too long for the purpose of like you're saying, the punchline.
It's almost padded out just to make it a full-length feature.
Yeah, you definitely don't want a film to feel like that's what happened.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
If the opportunity came up, like if someone saw this and would like to add it to an anthology series that they were doing, would that be something you'd be interested in?
Oh, for sure.
Well, there you go. So anyone out there?
Well, VHS 3, call me, please. Assuming, I think that something like that would be cool to keep making because it's always different. It could go on forever, and it's nothing's repeated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think they set the bar so high with VHS 2 because that's pretty quality filmmaking there. So
yeah.
If they do a 3, then they'll have to top it. So
I've not seen part 2 yet, but I've heard from many people that it is very good.
Very good, yeah.
Now, what was it about Laurence? Besides just being friendly with him and everything, that you thought he would be good in Call Girl? If you
knew it's kind of just a dream casting to have him and Tristan be these characters. Really, when he offered to help, and I was just kind of in shock, like, oh my gosh, he could do this and it would be so perfect. There's no way this could be real. And there's no way I could get together all that would it take to make it possible. And so I kind of just put the idea in the back, like away, because I was maybe too scared to approach it at first. But I'm glad we did it, and I can't believe it's happening so soon.
And it's fantastic that Tristan liked the idea and came on board as well, So, and she's been excellent with kind of talking about it when she's being interviewed and so on at the recent fan festivals, So, yeah, it's good. And it's a dream country to work with two of the loveliest people I've met and two of the most beautiful women that I know. There we go.
Such a charmer.
Years of practice, you see.
Yeah. No, you said you were nervous when you first met Laurence.
Oh yeah.
And she's still nervous. No, I'm the one that's nervous now.
What?
I'm the one that's nervous now.
Oh, now you're nervous?
Yeah.
No way.
I'm expecting your Eric von Stroheim impersonation.
Can we hear that?
Yeah, I'm kind of pretty shy when in a lot of situations or when I first meet someone. But yeah, I met him at his table at the convention, but then we all ended up partying together later, but I don't think I said a word. I just kind of stood in the corner and maybe in shock or something.
Yeah, I do want, if anyone is listening who runs conventions, and I've said this before, not just because Laurence is a friend of mine, but he is a great guy to have at any convention. He really adds a lot to the atmosphere, and he's a guy that's not shy to hang out after the convention's over. He's not just someone who's getting autographs and pictures from. He really adds a lot to any convention he's a part of.
I bet Jill would be a good addition as well. Mm-hmm. You guys should pair up and do some convention circuit.
Yeah.
That's the hope for next year.
I do want to let everybody know,
since you're friendly with a couple conventions, I'm sure you'll be a shoo-in with them. Are you aiming for anybody in particular? Are your hopes, like, what would be your big convention dream to be involved in?
Me?
Yes.
Well, I've been to so many of them. I like to go to all the big ones. Kind of my favorites are that Texas Frightmare and Days of the Dead, and then Horror Hound are kind of the big ones I hit. Then our local one's Crypticon, but I'm kind of sad we didn't do this 3 months earlier for all the fall conventions, but we can do that next year.
I do let everybody know too. You can go to you can check out more about it, and I'm sure there'll be more as you guys start to film it at facebook.com/callgirlshortfilm. And I do want to say I really do like your logo that was made for the Call Girl.
It's a fantastic piece of art, isn't it? So, yeah.
That was that's by Eduardo Sanchez. He is out of, I believe, Austin, Texas, or Dallas. I do not remember. He's worked with my friends Atomic Cotton, a company that does all these horror art shirts and whatnot. Yep. That's how I've connected with him a while ago.
Hasn't he done some posters for Mondo as well? So
yeah,
they're going to be collectible. Those cards, the Call Girl cards.
We're gonna have him kind of rearrange it a little bit so that it could be used for our DVD cover, because it kind of it has our Kickstarter stuff on it now. But we also we're gonna release it after we shoot, because we're gonna have Laurence and Tristan sign them. We're gonna have a limited edition poster that was designed by Lou Risconi, which I won't be revealing probably till in a couple weeks, but it's freaking incredible. Oh my god.
Nice. Jill, was there anyone that you know in life that was kind of saying, nah, you probably shouldn't try this, I don't think it's going to work out, what are you thinking? Was there anyone out there that kind of was trying to knock you down a little bit about it?
I really can't think of anything like that. It's been so positive.
That's excellent.
I did remind her how stressful it would be and how it was a lot of work, but I kind of had every confidence in her that she would deliver. So
Laurence told me I couldn't do it and to quit.
That'd be a lot of stress and a lot of work, but fine if you're doing something you really love to do that it's really doesn't feel like work necessarily.
Yeah, there is. There's so much that goes into it that is beyond the fun stuff, and just so many things to buy and pick up and lists and lists and lists to make to organize everything, especially something on this small of a scale where I'm doing almost everything myself. That it is pretty intense, but I feel I'm pretty good at the organizing part, and I feel pretty good.
Them trousers yet?
Have what?
Have you taken up the trousers?
For Laurence.
Now, I know that you've already met the goal, but when this airs here, I think it's the last day of the Kickstarter. Can you still donate to the Kickstarter program?
Yeah. Well, it closed on Friday, but it could keep going up until Friday the 6th. But you can keep going past your goal as long as until your deadline.
And if people want to do that, there's different incentives they can get depending on how much they donate. Basically, just go to our Kickstarter and search for that. I just want to know what you guys think of Kickstarter as a whole, as a program, to help independent artists to make their films or whatever it is they're doing.
I think it's pretty. Sorry.
Ladies first. Go on.
I think it's pretty incredible. I mean, I had donated to a couple friends' projects over the last year, and got kind of familiar with it through theirs, and all the updates they would send, and how really involved it is. It's more than just giving money and walking away. You hear about every step of the process. You get, if you're a backer, you get these emails from the project throughout the whole experience. So it's really involved. And so I think that's what people really like about it. And even famous people that have money, people have criticized them for asking for money. But I think as a normal person or a fan, it feels good or feels cool to be a part of something like that. And then to do it independently and not, some famous person might be able to get money from a studio, but they wouldn't be able to do what they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think sometimes people don't realize that just because someone has made movies, might not necessarily be the ones that they've been trying to make, they can't get a backer for. So if they go to Kickstarter, it's for something they probably really believe in. I
think people believe that if they've seen somebody on screen, then that person must be loaded as well,
Yeah, all right.
Which isn't the case. As I sit here in my council flat, signing on welfare.
Starving artists.
Exactly.
Yeah, I need to go shopping. Yes.
We're gonna start a Kickstarter to feed Laurence.
No, it's okay. How Tristan got involved?
Yeah. Why don't you let us know?
That was thanks to Laurence, actually. He just he shared the information of looking for the female role on Facebook, and I had met Tristan in LA. Laurence and I went to the American Mary premiere out there, and she responded to Lawrence's post about it, and I thought there's no freaking way that's possible. And so then we talked, and she was totally serious about it. She auditioned for me on Skype, and I was like, I, of course, want you as long as we can make this fundraiser happen.
Is it primarily Laurence and her?
Yes. So it's only them two, actually.
Yeah, and I think most of the initial Kickstarter budget was mainly our flights to get to Kansas City.
I know Laurence is a huge fan of American Mary.
Yeah.
So what is that like for you to get to work with her now?
It's fantastic. I mean, like Jill said, we met Tristan at the LA premiere of American Mary, but obviously the Soskers and Tristan had a few drinks, but they were fun and so on. But you couldn't really because there's lots of people around, so we didn't really meet and have an in-depth conversation. So it's good to be able to get in touch, but because we're friends online, and Tristan's been very supportive of me, and is a fan, and we both talked about working together. And when I shared Jill's initial posting about the Kickstarter, then it was fantastic that she was interested in doing it, and I thought that she wouldn't be able to do it, but I thought that she'd support the project anyway, and then everything just kind of fell into place. So for me it's a dream come true, because I loved her Beatrice in American Mary, and I've seen some of the kind of burlesque and fetish performance stuff that she's got on YouTube, and I think it's amazing. So I'm really pleased to be working with her.
Now, when you say a short, how long do you expect Call Girl to be?
It'll be under 10 minutes. Pretty short.
Yeah. And again, you go to facebook.com/CarlGirlShortFilm. And do you guys want to give out your any way to contact you?
Sure. You can find me just Jill Sixx on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Or Slaughter Movie House on Twitter or Facebook. Follow us and stay up on indie horror.
And there's a Call Girl movie
on
Twitter.
On Twitter. And I'm Laurence R. Harvey on Twitter.
Cool.
And Martin Lomax on Facebook.
Yes.
But the Martin Lomax with loads of followers.
Real Martin Lomax.
Yeah.
There's several of them, but find the real one.
Yeah.
One time at a Days of the Dead convention, my friend Eric and I overheard this drunk girl call Laurence Martin Lawrence.
Yes, yeah. I get that a lot.
I could see the resemblance.
That's a totally different person.
That would have been an odd film if it would have been portrayed by Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, an Adobe Photoshop image coming up in the future.
Hey.
I'm gonna get to work on that right now. But again, appreciate you guys coming on, and we're looking forward to Call Girl, and hopefully we can have you guys back on sometime.
Yeah, if Call Girl's showing me, you can come into a festival near you, go and see it. If not, I'm sure we'll have DVDs at conventions and stuff. And if you're in Kansas City, come along to the screening at, I guess, the Armour Movie House. Is it? or screen and normal. Or in fact, we might be. Well, it looks like we're going to be showing it at the Fab Cafe in Manchester. If there's any UK people listening, so because Starburst magazine have tied in with Fab Cafe, and they're the kind of science fiction and cult TV and horror magazine in the UK, and they're kind of tied in with Fab Cafe, and they're going to get me in to talk about it and screen that there. So that should be fun.
That's cool. We actually do have a lot of people in the UK that listen to the show. I don't know what it's about us that attract them, but we do.
I'm going to have to go over there, use this as an excuse to finally go.
Exactly.
Yay!
I know you've done videos to thank everybody, but is there anything you'd like to say to all the people who have funded the project or been supportive in any way?
Oh my gosh, putting me on the spot. Just that it means more than I even understand at this point. I'm like every day there's just more good news, and it's so exciting. I can't freaking believe anything that every day.
And I just want to say that I'm completely flabbergasted by the support. I think it's amazing that Jill, who's put so much into the independent movie scene for the past year and a bit, has had that support recognised and given back to her for this project, and that the response to the Kickstarter has raised this project from being this kind of small local film with nobody in it up to this great interesting thing with me and Tristan, and hopefully a kind of broader audience for it, to get Jill some exposure for her directing skills. Here we go.
Excellent.
So I hope that all comes. Well, I'm sure it'll be great. So it'll be fantastic. Mm-hmm. And so thank you everybody for donating.
Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
This is Kevin Van Hentenryck, and you're listening to WithoutYourHead.com. And if you lift the lid of the basket, you die.